Every moment you spend doubting yourself is a moment lost to someone else's vision. Every second you waste scrolling, comparing, hesitating, it's another brick laid in the foundation of someone else's empire, not yours. Understand this. The mind you wake up with each morning is either a weapon or a liability. It's either sharpening your edge or dulling your ambition. And the difference, the line between mediocrity and mastery, lies in how you train it. Take a look at every person you admire, every story of success that echoes through the halls of history. Strip away the headlines, the dollar signs, the praise, and what you'll find is the same thing. A mind that refused to be ordinary. A mind that saw possibility where others saw obstacles. A mind that turned rejection into fuel, setbacks into stepping stones, and fear into fire. Because here's the secret. You don't become great by accident. You become great by design. You don't stumble into success. You construct it, brick by mental brick, decision by mental decision. It's a blueprint drawn in the quiet moments before dawn, in the hours when the world is asleep and your only competition is yesterday's version of yourself. Let's go deeper. What does it mean to train your mind? It's not about positive thinking alone. It's about mental discipline, an unyielding commitment to self-mastery. It's about choosing your thoughts with the same care a sculptor chooses marble for a masterpiece. It's about refusing to let your mind wander down the paths of doubt, distraction, and defeat. This is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Ordinary minds are ruled by circumstance, tossed by the winds of opinion, paralyzed by fear of failure. Extraordinary minds are ruled by vision. They see farther. They stand taller. They act with conviction when others hesitate. Think about Thomas Edison, sitting in his lab, failing 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. The world called him foolish, but he didn't measure success by immediate results. He measured it by progress, by lessons learned, by the unbreakable belief that his mind, trained, focused, and relentless, could bend reality to his will. Or consider Oprah Winfrey, who transformed pain into purpose, adversity into advantage. She mastered her story, refused to be defined by her circumstances, and used her mind as a lever to lift herself and millions of others into greatness. You have the same raw material, the same potential, the same mind. The only question is, will you leave it untrained, untamed, unguarded, or will you shape it, sharpen it, and set it loose upon the world with purpose and precision? Training your mind begins with awareness. Every thought you think is a seed. Every belief you nurture is a root. If you want to bear fruit, you must be ruthless with the weeds. You must challenge your assumptions, question your limitations, and uproot the narratives that hold you back. This is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Just as a bodybuilder lifts weights to build strength, just as a musician practices scales to achieve mastery, you must train your mind with consistent, intentional effort. Meditation, visualization, affirmation, reflection, these are not cliches. They are tools, weapons in the arsenal of the mind. Don't wait for the world to give you permission. Don't wait for confidence to appear out of thin air. Confidence is the byproduct of preparation. It is the product of seeing yourself win, again and again, in the theater of your own mind. It is forged in solitude, in discipline, in the relentless pursuit of mental excellence. And when challenges come, and they will, you will not be shaken. Because a mind trained for adversity does not crumble at the first sign of struggle. It adapts. It finds solutions. It sees opportunities hidden in obstacles. It remembers that the greatest fortunes are built in times of greatest uncertainty. This is why the rich get richer, not just in money, but in every area of life. Because they invest first and foremost in their mindset. They guard their thoughts, curate their influences, and surround themselves with people who challenge and elevate them. Ask yourself, who are you allowing into your mental space? What voices are you letting shape your reality? Are you feeding your mind with inspiration, education, and empowerment? Or are you numbing it with distractions, negativity, and mediocrity? You are the gatekeeper of your mind, and what you allow in will determine what you get out. Let's talk about habits. The difference between a millionaire and a dreamer is not luck, it's habit. Millionaires don't leave their mindset to chance. They build routines that reinforce their vision, habits that compound over time into unstoppable momentum. Morning rituals, strategic planning, lifelong learning, these are not luxuries, they are necessities. They are the scaffolding upon which greatness is built. The mind, like the body, needs nourishment, challenge, and rest. Feed it well, push it further, and give it space to recover. Gratitude is a weapon. Focus is a weapon. Resilience is a weapon. These are not just buzzwords, they are disciplines. And like any discipline, they require practice, repetition, and commitment. When you wake up, what's the first thing you think about? Is it anxiety, stress, and worry? Or is it possibility, intention, and gratitude? The answer will determine the trajectory of your day, your year, your life. Your mind is a garden. You can plant flowers or you can plant weeds. But make no mistake, something will grow. Choose wisely. Now, let's address fear. The untrained mind is ruled by fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But the trained mind is ruled by purpose. It acknowledges fear, but it does not obey it. It uses fear as a compass, a signal that growth lies in the direction of discomfort. Every breakthrough in history was born from someone who refused to let fear dictate their destiny. They acted in spite of it, not in absence of it. They trained their mind to see fear not as an enemy, but as a teacher. You want to change your life? Change your relationship with fear. Train your mind to see it as feedback, not as a stop sign. Use it to fuel your ambition, not to limit your action. Let's talk about setbacks. The untrained mind sees failure as the end. The trained mind sees it as data, as feedback, as the raw material for growth. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than the average person has tried. The difference is not in the outcome, but in the mindset. When you train your mind, you become anti-fragile. You grow stronger with every setback. You become immune to the opinions of others, the noise of the crowd, the chaos of the world. You become the anchor in the storm, the steady hand in the chaos. This is the mindset that builds empires. This is the mindset that attracts abundance, opportunity, and fulfillment. But it's not enough to know this intellectually. You must live it. You must embody it. You must become the person whose mind is so disciplined, so focused, so resilient, that nothing can stop you from achieving your vision. Start today. Audit your thoughts. Track your habits. Surround yourself with excellence. Feed your mind with greatness, and most importantly, take action. Because knowledge without action is dead. Insight without implementation is useless. The world rewards those who do, not those who know. Execution is everything. Decide now. Who are you going to be? Are you going to let your mind be ruled by circumstance, or are you going to rule your mind? Are you going to react to life, or are you going to create it? Are you going to settle for the scraps, or are you going to claim the feast? The choice is yours. And remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's the daily practice of becoming better, stronger, wiser. It's the relentless pursuit of mastery, not just of money, but of mind. The world is full of distractions, temptations, and noise. But the person who trains their mind to focus, to persist, to believe, they are the ones who rise above the crowd. They are the ones who leave a legacy. So if you want to join them, if you want to step into your greatness, if you want to live a life that matters, start with your mind. Train it like a millionaire trains his money. Protect it like a fortress. Invest in it like your future depends on it, because it does. And one day, when the world looks at your success, your wealth, your impact, they'll call you lucky. They'll call you gifted. They'll call you extraordinary. But you'll know the truth. You'll know that it began in the quiet moments, in the daily disciplines, in the relentless training of your mind. You'll know that true wealth was never about the numbers in your account, but about the strength, clarity, and power of your inner world. You'll know that you became the master, not just of money, but of yourself. And that, above all, is the real definition of success. So go, begin. Train your mind with the intensity, focus, and discipline of a millionaire. Build your empire from the inside out, and let the world marvel at what you create. Because the greatest fortunes are built first in the mind, and yours is waiting to be claimed. If you felt a spark ignite within, consider it a call to action. This is your invitation to embark on a journey of self-mastery and relentless growth. Each week, commit to sharpening your mindset, breaking through boundaries, and unlocking the greatness that lies within you. Remember, you were never meant for an ordinary life. You are here to build discipline, embrace challenge, and shape your destiny. One powerful thought and action at a time.